So in this one, I want to go over if you should summon on this Assault of the Saiyans LF Great Ape Vegeta banner. Now, in layman's terms, we're going to be straight up blunt, honest, just going to go over, everything. But in simplest terms, unless you're trying to make Saiyans your best team in the game, I don't think so. If you're trying to build up a Saiyan team, powerful opponent, if you have, let's say, LF Frieza Zenkai, EX Ginyu done, and then you want Vegeta, this team, I can't stress, my initial showcase, I did PPR basically, with the Ginyu, Frieza, and this Vegeta, and man, this Vegeta just looked different. He just looked built different. And I understand that's one of his best scenarios, double supported by them too. But that's a scenario that's going to happen often, and it's going to do really well, and it's not really going to age that terribly. Or even double endurance, red, purple with LF Frieza, Robbery, and this Vegeta. It's setups that exist and that are going to be very, very goddamn good for a long time. So simplest terms, if you're not trying to build those teams, Frieza Force, not really powerful opponent, and Saiyans to its ideal form, then no. But if you're trying to make a Saiyan team, and you're trying to start out with it because you're tired of seeing, Super Saiyan 3 Goku against you, Namek Goku, Angel Vegeta, and you want to run that, I think you should summon. Look, okay, this is a very early opinion. I know people, always have misconstrued opinions of units as soon as they drop because we don't know how to compare them, right? It's just too early to compare. But this is my opinion of it. Obviously, this opinion will change as we get more information of how good Vegeta really is, / more usage from myself, and more stars of him from myself and other people, and other people's usages, and all that. Like, everything will factor into how I feel like he's rated and where he is on, like, a list or something, right? But right now, I do feel like he is above LF Kid Buu. He's above LF Broly. He's on par with Revival Gohan. I legitimately, I do feel that is accurate. Like, maybe I'm gassing him too much. Maybe I'm biased because I like the character. I'm not sure. But I do feel like this Vegeta, in my humble opinion, from using him at 3 stars, is on par with Revival Gohan when he was at 3 stars. Now, I'm not saying 6-star Vegeta, same thing as Revival Gohan at 6 stars. No, I'm saying this Vegeta, individual unit, is on par to Revival Gohan at 3 stars from when I initially used him, and I remember using him then, and even looking back at using him, because I literally watched back the fucking videos, I remember him being this level, if not a little better, or a little worse. It was dependent on the matchups. This Vegeta is in that same goddamn boat. I think he is heavily underrated already. I think he's already getting the Gogeta Blue syndrome. And if you don't know what that is, people thought Gogeta Blue was really shit. Like, people sucked off LF Broly. And I was one of these people, right? They dropped together. They're like, oh my god, LF Broly's so broken. Every single time they swap card draw, vanish back, damage inflicted per card used. He's so crazy. Nullify special cover change, so he does the same thing as Gogeta Blue, but on main ability, so it's even better. Like, everyone thought he was crazy. He faints on blue, like Blast Armor, all this, right? And then we kind of realized, and with Vados coming out, we kind of realized, okay, Broly's more just a Super Saiyan guy, right? He's going to be run with Bardock, maybe blue, purple. That's his best setup. And that's where Broly really shines. He still is good, but his shine isn't individual. It's capitalized with somebody else. Gogeta Blue, it was like, okay, we don't really get him, but we got someone that helps him. Maybe not makes him, outright a whole different unit, but Vados just allows him to do more of what he wants. Kind of in the same vein of this Vegeta, yes, Frieza will help him. Yes, Ginyu will help him. But I ran him with Yajirobe and LF Piccolo, and this Vegeta didn't look like a tier 1 unit compared to when I ran him with Frieza and Ginyu, right? He looked like the same character, obviously just a little weaker because there's less support, but that's not, like, I'm running Saiyan Saga as well, so it's not even that good of a team. Like, Vegeta looks good in a lot of scenarios where he doesn't deserve to. Like, Revival Goku, he was facing off against him. I think it happened in my match, and he was doing a lot of damage to Revival Goku, and that's a unit he wants to counter out. He wants to fuck over his Revival And, this guy usually revives with like 1.6, 1.7 million HP with HP equips and a good, bench of like God Goku. And he revived with 1 million because this Vegeta. And that's some really good shit for a character that doesn't, get respect already. I don't know. That's just me. To go over the entire banner, though, just the featured characters, right? Yeah, obviously I have this Vegeta, red melee type, so, he's buffing Saiyans, where his the ability, powerful opponent, and Saiyan Saga. So, Saiyan Saga is going to be built out. We're going to get the minions most likely next week. Each day of the week, probably a new minion. That's 6 new units. There's 8 new units total with EX Yajirobe and this Vegeta. Now, I'm going to get into EX Yajirobe, by the way, because I made that video earlier, and I really respect them. But 8 new units coming for the Saiyan Saga tag. LF Piccolo is still crazy on it. You already have other Z abilities. You have, 6 total Z abilities, including EX Yajirobe, but 5 including this Vegeta for Saiyan Saga, and 4 including none of these new characters. So they would actually round out the entire Saiyan Saga team of getting at least Z abilities, right? Again, double attack, powerful opponent, Saiyan Saga, and Saiyans. So the first real, red Saiyan unit that buffs the tag, right? You had Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Gogeta, Ultra Goku, but he's not as good as Super Gogeta and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And he was strike attack defense, right? This guy is double attacks, which Super Saiyan 3 Goku wants, Nami Goku wants. But the thing is with this Vegeta, okay, yes, you want him for your ideal Saiyans for, 5 lives for the durability, sure, but think of it logically with me here for just a second. Let's say you run this guy on Saiyans. Super Saiyan 3 Goku Blast Base, Nami Goku Blast Base, this Vegeta, Strike Base. You're not going to get any usage out of this Vegeta. I think on a Saiyan Strike Base team like Purple Super Saiyan 4, Revival Goku maybe, or Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, and this Vegeta, he'd be a lot more usable. I'm probably going to run him on that, close of a setup and make him like the shining star of that team, because he can easily do that on a strike-based setup. But on the core Super Saiyan 3, Namek Goku, and a third unit setup, this Vegeta won't shine there. He really won't look like anything but just a punching bag, kind of like Rival Goku does. So if you want to run him there, go for it. But I think the strike-based setup I just said is a lot better. And again, Frieza Saga, or not Frieza Saga, Frieza Force is obviously a very good team for him with Ginyu and with LF Frieza, if you do have him Zenkai'd. To continue though, the banner, LF Rose, very good powerful opponent. You can run a very fun powerful opponent team right now, which is more strike-based with Rose, Vegeta, and then Kid Buu, who's blast-based, but Kid Buu, LF Broly, if you don't want to run Kid Buu, a full strike-based powerful opponent team. That's very fun. They're going to buff each other. They're going to be good. They're not really going to struggle. Sure, they're squishy, but they have a lot of ways to get around that, with Broly healing, Vegeta having endurance, and Rose having that cover, and card cost increase when the combo ends. They have a lot of ways to get around the squishiness of them and allow for a fun team. This guy is ideal on Strike Future. A very good option, a very slept-on option. I think this guy is easily maybe not one of the better LFs, just an LF that's like middle of the ground, like maybe a little above middle ground. But this guy, I have him 6 stars. I've used him tons of times. I've talked about him so much. Like, he does a lot just for being what he is, like just a repeat unit, really. And I appreciate this Rose. Like, I really value this Rose. So I think if you're going to summon, this is a very good consolation prize if you don't pull Vegeta, for sure. LF Broly, we just talked about him. Strike-based, powerful opponent team. Movies, he's not ideal. Obviously, strike-based, powerful opponent. He's not his best. Super Saiyans, like I said earlier, his best team. That's where he's going to rock the shit and do all his work. Most people do have Zenkai 7 Bardock. Even if you don't have Zenkai 7, you can still run him just to lead Broly, because all he's there is just to give him the crit stuff. Critical rate, critical damage, and all that. Broly, I have him at 7 stars. He looks very good on Super Saiyans. Maybe the other teams he doesn't look as crazy, but he can still put in work, and that's the biggest point of him, right? He still does work, and again, a decent consolation prize to the banner. To keep looking, UI Goku, it's just fodder, right? He's fodder. He's not meant for anything. Even he's blast-based, right? Vegeta wants strike-based. He's blast-based. He just doesn't go well. It sucks if you pull him, but it would be not the worst thing in the world, right? Frieza, obviously his Zenkai. They didn't give us a event for Frieza because he was going to return on this banner. Obviously, because why the fuck else wouldn't he return on this banner, right? He's the newest Zenkai LF. Very good. for Vegeta, very good for LOE, Frieza Force. Maybe not the best for powerful opponent, but he does offer a lot for teams that actually do need it. And if you can get him to 7 stars and Zenkai him and run him with Vegeta, if you do pull them both, they're going to work really well. Again, the synergy is crazy. And if you guys don't know why they synergize well, so Frieza holds blues, right? Okay, so with that, Vegeta, every single time he does a Striker Blast, his blue card cost goes down and his blue card damage goes up. So you do a full combo, and most likely by the end of that combo, you'll probably have a blue card, or you'd have one in the beginning of the combo. Boom! Your blue card's going to do crazy damage right off the rip, because you already had it. Apologize for this background noise, by the way. Don't know why there's people jamming out, but they are. You know, why do anything else? Okay, Frieza, went over that. Piccolo, I don't know. He looked like a genius god fucking champion, man. I legitimately don't know what else to say. He just looked crazy on the Saiyan Saga team with Yajirobe and Vegeta. Piccolo's a very underrated Zenkai LF. He's, you know, maybe not as good as FSK, Super Saiyan 3, and Namek Goku, but, like, he can reach, like, a top tier. And actually, hold on. I'm gonna get this music problem solved because I don't like this. Hold on. Alright, now that the music problem is solved, wow, that hurt. I had to slam my hand on a window like 6 times to get people to, shut the fuck up. Because I don't know why you do that at the time this is being recorded, but hey, whatever. Piccolo! Very underrated, very good. Not Super Saiyan 3 Goku, not FSK level, not Namek Goku level, given you could say he's as good as Namek Goku if you're playing against a bad Namek Goku player, but just not there yet, right? He did crazy on the Saiyan Saga team. He does great on regen. He's not really anything bad. He's as good as Yellow TKP and Blast-based regen with, obviously, Kid Buu, this guy, Purple DKP. If you want to run Fat Buu, maybe just for the lock-in, like, he's going to do well. Revival Cell, if you want the revival and durability. He's very good, and a very good unit to summon for if you really want regen to kind of be on top. And Saiyan Saga, again, Saiyan Saga, Saiyan Saga, Saiyan Saga, Saiyan Saga. I said that weird. Goten, yikes, that's not someone you want to pull. That's just all I can say about him. Bojack, finally returning. Bojack is really fucking good. He's the main red for powerful opponent. He's been the main red for powerful opponent. He's crazy on movies. He works great Revival Gohan. He works great with anyone that has Endurance or Revival, because that lowering 5 sub count when they rush Bojack, boom, you go to your Endurance unit or Revival unit, boom, you're safe, you're secure, you're not getting rushed. It's very good. If Vegeta was honestly like purple, this Bojack and Vegeta would pair great together, honestly. But unfortunately, he's not. But Bojack himself, very good unit, and very desired by a lot of the community. Then EX Yajirobe, yes. Look, I used him. He holds a green card, right? Holding a green card is super valuable. The last unit to do that was 2 years ago? First anniversary, EX Whis. EX Whis held value even, you know, maybe it was more because he was so good with Beerus. Held value for, I want to say, like 8 or 9 months. Like, the most valuable EX unit probably in the game so far. Obviously, I think these newer ones with Goku and Jiren and, you know, Yajirobe himself will all age as good as, you know, Whis did. But this Yajirobe, his green card team heals, the green cards he can be used with on a Saiyan Saga team, which, again, is getting 8 characters with this update, you know, pertaining to this week and next week. Like, he's going to do well. You have AoE green card with Vegeta. You have Saiyan Saga Goku, who has subcount by 2 lowering on his green card, and damage inflicted to allies. He might even Zenkai. Piccolo, who gets crazy shit when he gets his green cards, and you've seen it. If you saw the 1 PM video, please, if you didn't, check it out. Like, he makes everyone around him look crazy. His green card, team healing, his uniques even. He has 60% Vanish back 3 times. 3 times? Like, he's going to be like LF Kid Buu for 3, like, attacks. Like, that's not even, like, sarcasm. And then he's a good finisher, right? Because when they're below 50%, when he comes in, he draws a blue card, and he gets 220% to his blue card damage. Basically, if they're a Saiyan, right? All they have to do is be a Saiyan, and he gets 220%. If they're not a Saiyan, I believe it's 140%. But still, like, you're going to one-shot somebody if they're below 50%. And they're type neutral, if anything. Saiyan or not, 140% or 220%, like, you're gonna be able to one-shot. Like, this guy is very valuable. Like, it's ridiculous. To look at the banner even more, though, just to go over everything in total, because there are some other units that are on this banner that's just not featured in that list. That's just, you know, if you get Nimbus, you're gonna get one of those Sparkings, or even that Yajirobe. Revival Goku, valuable because his durability, purple hit, maybe not the craziest value, but Rival Universe doesn't have a very good purple option besides this guy. Angel Vegeta, obviously, that Saiyan team, right? That's who you want to run. I'm honestly shocked they didn't bring back Namek Goku or Super Saiyan 3 Goku to kind of help you build out the Saiyan roster. They brought back nobody to help you build out the Saiyan roster, which is unfortunate for people that want to build it, but I assume you probably have Namek Goku or Super Saiyan 3 Goku near 7 stars, if not 7 stars already Zenkite 7, but yeah. You know, Ice and Nova, didn't even talk about them because they don't deserve it. 17 and 18, not terrible. 17 is definitely better. Just Androids is not in the greatest spot right now. Trunks and Mai, good for strike-based future, but still underwhelming as hell. I just wouldn't run them. Like Zamasu at 3 stars, I'd run over this guy like Trunks and run over Trunks and Mai at 9 stars easily. Vegeta again for that best setup kind of thing with Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Angel Vegeta. Like, he's there, right? He's there. He works well, and he's there for a reason. DKP, good for regen. Broly, good for health-based bench of powerful opponent. Android 21 definitely fell off. Yamcha, launch, good Z abilities, definitely not runnable because their teams aren't the greatest. Frieza, a lot more usage now because LF Frieza Zenkais are actually a pretty good unit. This Vegeta, pretty fodder. Metal Cooler, again, Frieza Zenkai, he makes literally every LOE unit more usable. Jiren, Topo, Dispo, Bergamo, Lavender, Basil, Champa, Vados, all decent. Obviously, some better than the others, but Vados, Bergamo, you know how I feel about them, right? They're really good, and rightfully so. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, dog shit. Goku Black, perfectly aging. I thought this Vegeta would actually be green to make him, a counterpart to this Goku Black, where he's strike-based, this guy's blast-based, blah, 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 blah. But no, Goku Black is still the only real green for powerful opponent that buffs the tag, besides, Fat Boo, again, who doesn't buff the tag, right? Red Cell, the Super Saiyan, blues from 2nd anniversary, and all these other units just returning because they're filler, right? The EXs, we do have this Namek Goku who's pretty mediocre. He came on Frieza's banner. So it does seem that the EX units are going to return every second banner, essentially. So this next All-Star banner, we won't see Yajirobe, but the next LF banner, Yajirobe back. And maybe this next All-Star banner, we will see, what the fuck's his name? EX Jiren, because he was on Vegeta's banner. He's not on this banner. EX Jiren should be on the next All-Star banner, right? Zanya from, obviously, Gohan's banner, Gohan and Bojack's banner. Gokua, the god himself, Beto, Bujin, 3rd anniversary, EXs as well. Obviously, the, beginning part, 3rd anniversary. And then just kind of fodder as we keep going down the list. But yeah, again, I already said my kind of recommendation, but I'll just repeat it here. If you want to try to build the ideal strike-based, I don't think this guy Vegeta will do well on a blast-based team because he's strike-based. The ideal strike-based Saiyan team, with this Vegeta being on there, because I do think he's on there, replacing like that red Zenkai 7 GT Goku, then summon. Yes, I agree, summon. Frieza Force, if you do have LF Frieza Zenkai, I do think you should be fucking heavily inclined to summon. I really don't see a reason you wouldn't summon for those two to pair amazing. Like, they're like bread and butter. Like, they are really good. And double endurance on Frieza Force is so fucking tedious. You will hate to deal with it, but man, you will love to run it. It's legitimately the same thing as Revival. It's just a little bit more tedious because Roberry's team healing, right? Like, come on. You have so much. You have Frieza healing when he swaps in and out, or after a combo, whatever the fuck. You have Roberry who can heal, then you have Vegeta who can actually pump out damage if you just let him get going. And they're going to face off a lot against, Sun Family, Saiyans, and Blue units, right? You're going to run red, purple, you're going to face that. And Vegeta can handle that if you just invest into him correctly and give him the right Z abilities, all that stuff, equipments, everything. If you're maining powerful opponent, you have Bojack, you have Zamasu. Arguably, I do think this Vegeta shits on Zamasu, but you have Bojack who isn't getting replaced. He just can't be replaced. He's a 1% unit compared to a 0.5% LF. Unfortunately for Vegeta, he just can't replace him, which, isn't bad for obviously players that are playing the game, but Vegeta can't replace him. On Saiyans, on Frieza Force, this Vegeta rocks the shit. On Saiyan Saga, again, check out 1 PM. I don't know how else to stress this. He looks so goddamn good. Everyone, Yajirobe, Vegeta, Piccolo, all 3 units on this banner look stupid. I beat top tier teams with these 3 units. Low stars, 3-star, 3-star, 7-star LF Zenkai, the lowest you can have. And I beat top tier teams with these new units. Look, again, preliminary opinion, I do think he is Rival Gohan tier. If he is worse, if he's better, we don't know yet. But from my overarching opinion, I do think he is on the level. Like, maybe he's right here, Vegeta, and Gohan's like right here. And like future Gohan's like right below, right? Like, and Kid Buu's like right below that. Like, that's how close I think it is. I don't think they're all that far off. I know people are going to say, oh my god, you're overrating and blah, 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 blah. Again, preliminary. Should you summon on this banner? Again, I basically went over why you should if you are going to, and if you aren't going to, it's basically because you aren't going to run this tag. Like, that's common sense, right? But if powerful opponent's your main thing, no. Frieza Force, yes. Saiyans, yes. Saiyan Saga, yes. Frieza Force, I want to say a fuck yes, by the way. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree or disagree? And yeah, what do you guys think of the Sidemen coming up? Do you think they will make the Saiyan Saga an even better tag than they actually became with these 2 new units? Because, again, they shit-stomped in 1 PM. They shit-stomped. They didn't do okay, they shit-stomped. Do you think the Sidemen will make the Saiyan Saga tag as good as maybe the Pool Force, which is maybe not the greatest, but they're super durable and super annoying? Do you think the Sidemen will do the same and or be worse? Let me know what you guys think. If you guys did summon, did you guys pull them? How do you guys feel about Vegeta and Yajirobe? And yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.